guys, and on today's video we are on the Honda SP1. Now the SP1 again is one of them bikes that I've wanted to ride for a long time. Brilliant appreciating classic, plenty of power. Now there's been a lot of people that have moaned about the fueling when I was reading online, and I've got to say, I don't actually think it's that bad. They've obviously never ridden an old Ducati. In terms of actual throttle response, feels really nice, and it's easy, even like now, just cruising along, really easy to ride. One thing that is also surprising with the SP1 is I was expecting it to be a lot louder for a V-twin. Now I know it's got the standard cans on it, but it still makes a lovely noise, and the power delivery is so consistent that you just don't get any surprises. Now handling wise, again as I've said before, for such a big bike, especially a big looking bike, it's amazing how nimble it feels. It really wants to turn in. As it's not ridiculously powerful with 130 brake, it doesn't want to try and wheelie like I've experienced with the Panigale in the past. It's still something that you can ride to the red line, and it's happy to go there. For me, the SP1 in these colours as well, absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely the best colour combo for me anyway. I know there's a few options out there, but I certainly wouldn't shun any of them really. I've seen a lot of the SP1s and the SP2s and really liked all the schemes that Honda have brought out on them. Comfort wise as well, this has got a double bubble fitted to it, because the problem with the standard screen is it is quite restrictive in your protection, especially if you're a little bit taller like myself. I think what would really change this bike would be a set of cans. Nice little set of Akrapovics on there, especially if they're like the older style ones that fit with the relevant age of the bike, but it just needs a little bit more bark, but the throttle response is brilliant. So we're now around town, we're doing about 2,500 RPM. This is what everyone was telling me, oh the SP1 is going to have horrible fueling, but to be honest with you, I'm sat here, no clutch work on, roll the throttle, just goes. It's just like any other V-twin I've ridden, to be honest with you. I don't know what all the flapping's about. Whether it's not the normal Honda perfect inline 4 feel that people are getting confused with, but in terms of the actual rideability, I'm not having to slip the clutch at all. Do you know, a nice thing with this bike is I think you could easily cover some miles on it, and it certainly grabs attention everywhere you go with the noise and the look of the thing, because the riding position is really comfortable. It's not heavy on the arms, I don't feel it in the wrist, and there's just plenty of torque everywhere. As soon as you want to go for it, gone. You know, I actually really like the dash too. What it reminds me a lot of is a Honda SP2000. If you guys are into your cars at all, it looks very similar to that. Shame it doesn't have the old VTEC whoop, but I guess that's because it's not a inline 4 between my legs. So to conclude, did I enjoy the SP1? I certainly did, and I have no regrets about actually finally craving to ride one. But the question is, would I own one? And unfortunately not. Although I thoroughly enjoyed it today, it's just not a bike that's left a sort of feeling in my mind that I'd want to go out and ride. I just want to look at it all the time because it is gorgeous. But I think the problem is not the bike, it's the fact I just generally don't like V-twins. I like stuff that's got a revving, characterful engine, and that is why the 748 just blew me away as a V-twin, because it has that, and it has that Ducati noise. But at the same time, if you like brute power, lazy riding almost, just look at that, they don't even have to chop a gear, just twist the wrist. Whereas on the 748 that would have been 1 or 2 cogs down to got it to move. But isn't that part of the fun, I guess?